Hi guys, and in this episode of the Nostalgia Trip, I am going to be continuing with my reactions to one of my favorite shows ever, and one of the first shows ever that I started watching when I was a kid, Ghost Whisperer. Currently, we are on Season 1, Episode 3, Ghost Interrupted, and Episode 4, Mended Hearts. And while the first two episodes weren't like the greatest or anything of this show, I never really expected them to be, and the first one was actually pretty funny. It's the second one that was a little annoying, so I'm expecting that these two episodes are going to be a little better than those, and I'm expecting that soon we're probably also going to get into like some of the villains of this first season, if I remember correctly. And we still don't really have an explanation about the cliffhanger of the first episode, so hopefully we're going to pick up on some of that shit in some of these two episodes. Regardless, before we get into the reaction, I do want to remind you that you can get a full-length version of these reactions over on my Patreon or on my Ko-fi account, where by subscribing at the specific tier I've created for live-action TV series reactions and movies, you get access to all of my full-length reactions. Although, if you go and subscribe to the tier that I've created specifically for cartoon reactions, you won't really get access to the full-length reactions for this show, because the ones for the cartoons are at $5, while the ones for this show and for other live-action shows that I'm going to be reacting to in the future or movies is at $9. But at the $9, you'll also get the aforementioned cartoon reactions, so I think it's a pretty good deal. Yeah, go and check it out if you're interested. If not, just stick with the reactions and the reviews that you get uploaded publicly on the channel. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to continue watching this show. I've really gotten a lot of nostalgia already from watching this show. Some childhood memories already got reawakened in my brain, so I'm curious to get more of that, you know? But yeah, without further ado, let's start off with episode 3, Ghost Interrupted, in 3, 2, 1. Man, that bell is so atmospheric about this show.
I just got married, just moved to a small town, just opened up an antique shop. I might be just like you. Except for the time that I was a little girl, I knew that I could talk to the dead. Earthbound spirits, my grandmother called them. The ones who have not crossed over because they have unfinished business with the living, and they come to me.
I wonder if this show was the reason why I ended up becoming a fan of like The Walking Dead, because this show fascinated me with the concept of death, I guess. And then The Walking Dead did, but in a different way.
Are you still there? You better be.
I don't know why, but like almost every actor that seems like it's gonna have like a decently big role in the episode always looks so familiar to me.
A long time ago.
Obviously, I've seen the show before, but that's not where I remember them. It just feels like I've seen them somewhere else, you know?
Firemen are hot. That's all you should be thinking about.
Okay. Wait, no. Maybe.
Have you always been this decisive?
I'm not sure. Who's that?
Very smooth change of subject. Well done.
Is this your grandmother? She looks exactly like you. In fact, I think I've seen this bathing suit in your closet.
She was very special. I miss her.
What, like, special?
Yeah, probably.
Her birthday is Sunday. She would have been 80. Oh, can I help you? No. Yeah, do you guys have a bathroom? Sure, just run back.
Shit.
It's there.
Big mistake, sister. Bathrooms are always the first place they look.
Are those twins?
Whoa. You can see me, can't you?
Yeah.
Is that why she can sense her or something?
Wow. Twins. Duh.
I'm sorry, ladies. Did a young girl come in here? Pale looking, pretty, probably seemed a little nervous.
Yeah.
Go tell her.
Look, she's a patient at a psychiatric clinic. If you're trying to hide her, it's a mistake.
She's in the bathroom in the back.
This way. Thank you.
My God. Poor girl.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. He's gonna drag her straight back to the cuckoo's nest, you know. let go. You're hurting me.
You know I'm not.
Please don't take me back to that place.
You know what, Nat? I really don't want to go back there either. But
I think I actually remember this episode. I think this is gonna be a really cool one. I like the concept of like twins. Like this show is really doing a good job of exploring different concepts and not just doing the same shit. Like we had a kid last episode, and this episode we have twins.
Safe place for your sister to be right
Man,
Well, it's not.
she's hot.
What if you try and help us get past
I assume she's of age, but even if she isn't, I was a kid when she was this, so I feel like it's fair to say that she's hot.
My sister hasn't completely lost it in there.
We'll agree to disagree. Look, if you want to cross over, I'm glad to help you.
You mean like go to the light? Not an option. My sister needs me. She's barely half a person without me.
I've got to get her out of there. What do you expect me to do?
Oh my god. Wait! Wait!
I cannot interfere in your sister's treatment. It is not my place.
Is that who I fucking think it is?
Yeah.
By the way, my sister grabbed some fancy letter opener off your counter. So, if she does something, say slit someone's throat or maybe even hurt
I don't know
I hope that doesn't get away if too much.
the name of the actor, but he plays fucking the guy on Arrow, Oliver's friend.
Jim talks about you all the time.
That's definitely fucking him.
Didn't I just see you talking to yourself on the corner?
Yeah, I wouldn't let Melinda go alone to a psychiatric hospital. You know what could possibly happen? It's a bad idea.
So I see you decided to grace us with your presence after all.
She can sense that her sister is there. I'm curious to see more about that and learn more
You
about
have
it.
good taste. It's Art Nouveau, my favorite. One of the few things I won't sell.
I guess if you let on you could see me, the good doctor might lock you up too.
Anything else you'd like to say, Nellie?
Can I talk to her for a minute? You see her, don't you?
Yes.
Yes.
I know I wasn't crazy.
She's sitting over there by the bed.
I feel her with me all the time, just like when she was alive. I feel her energy, her moods, just like they were my own. Sometimes I swear I know exactly what she's thinking. She's mad, isn't she?
Oh my god, I think I remember this episode.
Because of that night. My family has a cabin by Lake St. George. We snuck out there. Me, Zoe, and my boyfriend Tom. Tom is a total scuzzball, FYI. We got about
I think I remember.
Sleep early.
I don't know if I'm remembering correctly, but I'm gonna guess.
Stayed up drinking.
If I remember correctly,
And then she went swimming. I tried to
the
swim out
sister
to
is actually not that old as she appears to be. She's just copying the image of her actual
We
sister.
were supposed to
She's
tap one
instead
at
a
time.
young kid.
We can
I think that's what it was. But I literally haven't seen these in fucking 15 years. So I don't know if that's true or not.
We'd be determined.
You guys too.
Oh yeah, she totally looks like a teenager. Jesus Christ, that is so not convincing.
Come live with us.
That is so bad.
In the world.
That is so bad. I can't believe I actually bought that when I was a kid. She looks like the oldest
This is
14-year-old I've ever
I
seen.
know what time the big clock says it is.
Oh, I hate it when you talk like that. You better not be going anywhere. Junior year field hockey game.
Okay, that's a little more convincing, I'll give it that, but it still does not look like she's a teenager. I'm sorry.
Feel her eyes on me.
I think you still do.
Closest thing to a twin I've ever had.
You know, this might sound like a stupid question, but do you want to do something special on her birthday? You know, like visit her grave or something?
It's too far away. You're sweet though.
Aww.
You're sweet and...
I don't think that Natalie belongs here. And you speak under what authority?
And you speak under what?
Experience, I guess. I've had to deal with a lot of grieving people, and sometimes all they need is closure to move on. And I think that Natalie, in some way, is still very attached to her sister. And if she could get past that, I'm not sure I understand you.
You're a pompous bitch who doesn't give a shit about her daughter. That's what is happening right now.
And you're an amateur psychiatrist in your off hours?
Barbara,
Mrs. Harper, There's no doubt that Natalie has
Man, her mom is a real fucking bitch.
Natalie's boyfriend Tom called me last night.
Oh my god. Gee, I hate her. I hate her so much.
Natalie became very agitated the last time Miss Gordon was here. Well, that's not quite true. I'm sorry. We don't want you here anymore. Do we understand each other?
Sure.
Of course.
That's it? You have nothing else to say?
Man, what a bitch. Fuck her. Fuck her. Hope she gets run over by a car. And meets her daughter.
I've always looked out for her in my own way.
Pawn scum, no. Misguided, yes.
Just carry a phone to your ear, Melinda. I can't stand seeing you talk to a tree. I get secondhand embarrassment, man.
She told me that you can see Zoe. That you're the only one that knows that she's not delusional.
What do you want me to say?
The truth.
I have seen Zoe. She's what I like to call an earthbound spirit. I can communicate with her with spirits who haven't crossed over.
And you're telling me that
Natalie can't see Zoe. But she can feel her. She can feel her just as much as she did when she was alive. And Natalie knows that she's here.
Can you see Zoe now?
You look so sad. It's killing me.
Right beside you.
She's beside you. Now she's moving over to the couch.
Just so he knows, I was in his car. I left him a message.
All right, if you're playing around with me, this is really a very cruel joke.
She wants you to know it was her in your car. She left you a message.
Oh, I love that reaction, dude. That's pretty convincing. He just believed Melinda right there.
She wants to tell you something.
Tell him I'm sorry I was such a disappointment to him. I really didn't mean to be.
She's sorry that she was a disappointment to you.
What? How can you say that, Zoe? Never, never.
If I could live it again, I'd be his favorite. I'd do anything to get him to smile at me like he smiled at Natalie.
She feels like Natalie was your favorite.
No, Zoe, please. I love you. No different than Natalie. I thought you were disappointed in me. I could never talk to you. You seem so angry with me.
I wanted you to see me, Dad. Me. Not Natalie's twin, not the girl who couldn't spell as well or be nice to company as well or do anything as well as she could. I just wanted you to know that I was there. Your daughter.
Yeah, I'm still sticking with my statement about her not looking exactly like Natalie.
Instead of me always looking like Natalie.
What is she saying, please?
Don't bother. He can't hear me now any better than he ever could.
She's still gonna end up looking different. I remember that. Fuck. I shouldn't believe my instincts.
She's gone.
What did she say? I guess she still hasn't gotten her spidey senses in order to be able to sense who is ghost and who is not.
You'll feel what they feel. Confusion, sorrow, relief, fear. You might even feel curiosity, maybe sometimes joy. And it will all happen in a split second and you'll know.
I feel some of that right now.
No. No. It's all right, sweetie. Grandma, please don't leave. Nurse!
Oh my god, man. Damn, that was good. That was good. That really hurt me. I'm still not crying, but it really pierced me in the heart, that's for sure.
You're breaking your promise.
Where have you been?
You saw me at the funeral.
I saw you standing by the casket and then you were gone.
I was very pleased with the turnout. Why are you still in bed?
feel good.
Sweetie, I know you're sad. Your mom's sad too, but she's not in bed all day. She knows you have to go on.
Grandma, it's just different. I feel so alone now. Mom doesn't understand. I miss
She
you
actually does.
so much.
Better than you
I miss
think.
You too, sweetie. You're a very special girl, remember that.
I'll tell you later.
So he does have another girlfriend. What a douchebag. He looks like a douchebag, acts like a douchebag. Well, he's a douchebag. That's why. And Zoe is so gonna fuck with him in a bit.
Nat, what the hell?
Did my sister ever tell you she hates being called Nat?
Put that down.
How could you do it, Tom? How could you have sex with me with Natalie sleeping in the other room?
Stop! You're not Zoe! Zoe's
Open the
dead!
door, Tom!
Just hold
I'm
on.
gonna smash
All right,
something!
just hold on. Just hold
Get
on.
out!
Okay. You can stop this. You're freaking me out. What do you want?
Why would she go to the lake?
She and her sister used to go there when they were kids. It's where Zoe drowned.
Wait, you don't think she's gonna?
I don't think she's gonna kill herself.
Her father. Can he drive any faster?
Fuck you. I mean, to be honest, yeah, he can actually drive faster. Because he is actually driving pretty fucking slow. I drive faster on smaller roads. Safely. I drive safely. It's just that he's not really in a hurry.
Zoe wants you to know you did great.
She's here.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Zoe?
She can hear you.
Zoe, I always saw you. I always loved you. And I guess I just thought that somehow, deep inside, you knew how I felt.
I didn't know.
I never thought you looked like Natalie. I thought you always.
Come on! Drop the fucking shoe, man!
Tell him it's okay. Tell him better late than never.
I'm still waiting for her to look different. That's gotta be a thing. I remember that being a thing.
She can forgive me for what I did with Tom. Ask her if she can forgive me. For what? I'm sorry for not realizing how lucky I was to have you. My best friend. You knew all my secrets. And you knew all mine. I'll never be that close to anyone ever again.
Man, that's the thing about this show. Even when it's like kind of happy, it's still bittersweet because the people that are being happy are dead.
I have to.
Like their relatives are dead. I kind of like that bittersweet feeling.
Is that light out there for me?
You're the only one that can see it.
Is the shoe not gonna fucking drop? I swear I remember one of the girls looking different.
Goodbye. She's saying goodbye.
It's funny how she didn't want to say goodbye to her mom. Haha.
I love you.
Bye, Zoe.
Just like looking in a mirror.
Yep.
Tell Natalie to have a great life.
Work at it.
Be that close to someone again.
Live it for both of us now.
Aww.
Goodbye, Zoe.
Man, that actress or actresses, because I'm not sure yet, really are fucking killing it. It really goes to show that you need a good actor for the ghost for the episode to be enjoyable.
She's gone.
I guess I'm misremembering the episode then. Because I swear there was an episode with twin girls that one of them was a little different. And I was waiting for her to look like a twin but not like a copy. Okay. So, I think it's safe to say that this was my favorite episode by far so far. I mean, it's 3 episodes in, so it's early to say, but I really enjoyed this one. I feel like you can even see it in my reactions. If you compared how much I had to say in regards to this episode compared to episode 2, it was just so much more enjoyable. I like the ghost, I like the actress. I just relate to, like, rebellious teens, I guess. I don't know, I like the actress, I like the ghost character, and it was entertaining. I liked it. One thing that I wouldn't say I don't like, but in terms of relating to the character, I don't relate to the relationship to the father, because for me it's kind of the opposite. I am much closer to my mom than to my dad, so I didn't necessarily relate in that regard, but it was kind of nice to see somebody who has a loving dad like that. I really like that. But yeah, I feel like the ending here was a little bit kind of unfinished because nothing really happened with the boyfriend, and the mom, they kind of just didn't appear anymore, which feels kind of weird. But it was fine. It just feels like a little unfinished in that regard. But I did enjoy it a lot. I love the flashbacks to Melinda's childhood, and I loved how emotional her reaction was to her grandma dying. Like, I don't know if I'm reawakening feelings that I've had from when I originally watched this show as a kid, but I don't know. It just gave me a feeling that I haven't thought about in a while. I think it maybe reminds me of the feeling that I felt when I was very young, when my great-grandma died. Because it was in like 2006, I was 6 years old, and I remember how I cried my eyes out because I loved that great-grandma, even though I was barely old enough to like remember anything. But I remember the feeling that I felt then. I felt the deep sadness that you feel. And I was reminded of that feeling seeing Melinda's reaction to her grandma dying. It reminded me of that for me. Yeah, that was the first time I think I had to deal with death in my life. Yeah, that's not gonna be long in relative terms until I'll have to deal with it again. Hell, there was a scare this year with my grandpa, so yeah, I don't really want to talk about that. I know this show is like morbid and stuff, but I don't really want to delve into too much personal stuff. I really have the habit of saying too much personal stuff, but yeah, I like the episode. That's kind of the point. So we gave the first episode 7.4 out of 10, if I remember correctly. Then we gave the second one a 6.3 out of 10. So I think for this one, I'm actually going to go as high as like an 8.4 out of 10. I don't know whether it's necessarily that much because, like I said, it is kind of weird how the boyfriend and the mom completely disappeared from the story, and I feel like there should have been something to tie them up, tie up those loose ends. But yeah, I don't know. It was pretty entertaining. Like I said, I like the character. I like what they did with the teens. It was more interesting than typical, and it was definitely much better than I expected it was going to be. So there's that, I guess. But yeah, we still have one more episode to check out in today's video, that being episode 4, Mended Hearts. So without further ado, let's get into that episode and see whether I'm gonna like it more than this one. Very much doubt that. In 3, 2, 1. Man, they're such good actors, they genuinely seem like they're actually having fun there. Jesus, guys! Get a room! Oh, that was a ghost! That was was a ghost!
And she's unconscious. 259 West Main Street.
Okay, that explains some stuff.
Doesn't have a pulse.
Oh shit! Too late.
How come you're the only one who can see me?
Long story.
I've been asking myself that question for years. Who are you?
Connor Donovan. I'm her fiance.
Yeah, I figured.
You mean we're her fiance?
Semantics.
Have you tried this before?
No. She's been depressed since I left.
Can I ask how
How I
you...
left. A year ago, my third triathlon. I was kicking ass. 2.5 mile swim, 112 mile bike. I was just getting ready to start the 26 mile run. I was heading for my best time ever. Nothing was gonna stop me. Nothing.
So what happened? You hit a kid?
Except a little kid on a Speedster V500.
Oh shit! That looks really funny though.
I remember thinking how much I envied that kid. My father gave me that same bike when I was about his age, and I just wanted to talk to him all about it. I wanted to ride that bike again so bad. But then, just like that, no more Connor Donovan.
County tax bill.
$15,000?
Small business assessment? This is like 3 times what I thought it was gonna be. If this is right, it's gonna totally blow through my savings.
Maybe you shouldn't have started a business in antiques. I don't really expect it to be that profitable. Although I'm not the one to talk, being a YouTuber.
I saw Connor at the apartment. I knew he was there all along.
I know.
And I saw you too. I saw you talking to him. How did you do that?
Tell her I'm here now. Tell her.
I know that this is gonna sound strange, and it's not your medication messing with your head. I can see spirits. Earthbound spirits who haven't crossed over.
You mean like ghosts?
I don't know if they actually told you, but you died, only for a few seconds. While my husband was working on you, he's a paramedic, and that's when you saw me and Connor.
It might sound kind of morbid.
Hello, I'm talking to a dead person.
I was an organ donor, and the day I died, they took my heart. I need to see who has it.
Why?
I've got to see what kind of person is. I need to know that they're taking good care of it.
Like waxing and cleaning it?
I just want to be sure that it went to somebody worthy.
Why do I not expect that that's gonna be the case, but instead, I bet he's gonna try to possess the body of the guy who has his heart.
Cross over, move on.
Or what if I am happy here?
This isn't the place for you anymore.
Who are you to decide that though?
If Gwen gets better, if I feel she's taken care of,
Then you'll go.
You know, that's the thing that bothers me about this show, and that kind of gives legitimacy to a certain villain that we're gonna start seeing. How adamant Melinda is to get them to the other side. I know that that's the right thing, but sometimes you don't get to make that choice for them, you know? If they want to stay on Earth, they want to stay on Earth. What is it to you? As long as they don't bother you, why do you care? Especially if they seem to be in sound mind, like he does. Also, goddamn copyright music.
It's time for him to go.
Did I tell you he used to read to me if I couldn't fall asleep? There will never be anybody else like him. Not for me.
I know it seems that way.
No, it is that way. Everything happens for a reason, and that is why Connor is still here. That's fate, and there's nothing that you can do about it.
I kind of disagree with that.
I want to talk about Boston.
Coming these past few weeks, listening, watching, was my doctor's idea, not mine. He's always telling me
We
to try.
usually begin our talks with the introduction.
Oh. Yeah, okay. My name is Cliff Ames, and it's been a year since my surgery.
Please tell everyone what kind of surgery.
Transplant?
Congratulations on your surgiversary.
Yeah. But the thing is, I've had a bad heart my whole life. I always felt like I had one foot in the grave and the other one on a banana peel. Wow. It's a tough room. I mean, it's not like I'm not grateful for the heart I got. I am. I feel even more afraid now. Like, maybe I don't even deserve to have it.
Aw.
Maybe someone else should talk.
And here I thought he was gonna turn out to be a piece of shit.
Hey, how's Gwen?
Feeling better.
Her fiance still making things go bump in the night?
Sometimes I don't know who's holding who back. But every time I see them together, the only thing that I can think of is how lucky we are. And what they'd give to have what we have. Let's not ever take
Well.
it for granted, okay?
You know, I'm just gonna keep my thoughts for myself for about 3 seasons.
Deal.
4.
And so, something ever happened to me and you were alone, I would want you to be happy. No, I would want you to find someone and find love again. I mean, wouldn't you want the same thing for me if something happened to you?
No.
No! You wouldn't want me to be happy?
Yeah, fine, sure I would, okay? Make friends, go out, make money, be happy, but no other guy.
Now that is subtle foreshadowing. Now that is some subtle foreshadowing.
Weren't you happy to get a new heart?
What? You don't think I'm grateful? You don't think I wake up at night and hear it beating and just not understand why I should be so lucky? Sometimes I think they just wasted this on me. Thinks too much. Maybe I just don't know how to use it.
I know you've been sick for your whole life, and maybe you've just been sick for so long you don't know how to be well. Look, there's no reason for you to listen to me, and there's no reason for you to trust me. There's someone I'd like you to meet.
You smell that?
The bread?
No, sweet. Like gardenia?
Oh, that's my perfume. It's too much.
No, I've been smelling it for such a long time, I can never figure out where it's coming from. What sort of work do you do?
I am a teacher, 4th grade. I haven't felt much like working since.
I love kids. They're the only original thinkers in the world.
Really? Do you have any kids?
No, hell no. I've had a lot of health problems lately, so I figured I'd never be around long enough to have them. Sorry, did I say something?
No, I'm sorry. I do this a lot.
Me too.
You cry.
Especially lately. I don't know why. I'll see something, the look on someone's face, or or the way a dog watches me. All of a sudden, I just can't stop crying.
Man, a lot of the behaviors are really transferring to the heart, apparently. Interesting.
Why?
Look, you're all about avoiding, I get it. But just ask yourself this. Why did you accept that heart? Was it to avoid death, or was it to choose life?
Good point.
Okay. Let's have Gwen decide.
What?
Tomorrow. We'll ask Gwen straight out what she wants. And I'll respect her wishes.
Okay, that's actually a reasonable way, I guess.
She says that she wants me to stay with her.
But then I don't think he's gonna
I want you to
listen to what she has to say. I think he might go to possess the guy with his heart.
You could accept the $15,000 as a down payment.
For what?
For making me your partner.
Andrea, I already
consider you my partner.
Look, Melinda, I love it here. You know, I love the people, and I love this place, and I have a little bit of money put away, and I could pay you something really fair, and we could grow this place together.
I don't know what to say.
Well,
Yes?
say yes. I mean, yes is all you have to say. You could say yes.
I don't like that look.
Yes, I'd love for you to be my partner.
Oh, thank you so
Aw.
much. You know how much this means to me.
Man, they're such good actresses. They really sell their friendship so well.
But I crave Connor so much. Connor, I love you so much. All I want is to be with you every day and every night. Just like it used to be.
You know, that's the thing about having ghosts and the other side.
He's telling me that he loves you. He wants to be with you all the time.
If your loved one dies and you get with somebody else during your lifetime, what happens when you both die and go to the other side? How do you solve that shit?
He's letting you go, Gwen.
No, Connor. No, I didn't mean what I said before. No, I want you. Don't let me go. I can't do this without you. That's why I have to go.
Oh, I'm glad he finally understands.
He's leaving. When he's crossing over.
Wait until after I go. When she thinks of all the things we did, it'll remind her that love is possible.
Connor, don't.
She'll find it again.
Oh.
I will.
How does every episode manage to fucking hit me in the feels, man? I'm still not crying. I'm still not crying. But goddamn it, does it choke me? It's a really emotional show, you know. And Melinda has to see it every time. That is kind of the worst of all. Who are you? Please don't give me another bullshit cliffhanger, please. You know, that shit would probably be the scariest thing about being able to talk to ghosts. The ghosts that are evil. Because you can't fight against them, and they can fuck you up. At the worst, they could possess your body and kick you out of it. Because I'm pretty sure that's a concept in this show. But yeah, still a pretty decent episode. I would put it still above episode 2. But I definitely didn't really... Well, I wouldn't say I didn't really enjoy it, but it definitely wasn't as good as last episode. So far, the way I would rate the episodes is 3, 1, 4, 2. But yeah, I don't know. There were aspects of this episode that I obviously enjoyed, like Cliff. I liked his character. He was pretty interesting. When he stopped being an asshole, he was actually pretty interesting. I like his interaction with the girlfriend. That was pretty cool. It does feel kind of forced a little bit that they are in a relationship, especially because it's like the guy's heart that is influencing him and his behavior to the point that they like each other like that. It kind of feels a little bit forced there. But I still think it's fine, and I liked it, you know? I like how each episode actually surprisingly explores a different kind of relationship so far. Because I was worried that this show was going to be right off the bat very procedural and very same-ish. And it was gonna be just kind of like the same thing every time. But so far we've pretty much explored like 4 completely different relationships, family relationships that we've had to deal with, which is like a father and his son, a mother and her son, 2 sisters and their father, and a boyfriend and a girlfriend. So far it's been pretty different, so I'm curious when is going to be the first episode where it kind of repeats, I guess, in a way. Hopefully not in season 1. We kind of again ended on a little bit of a cliffhanger here with the ghost that was laughing there. And now that I think about it, I realized that the first episode was probably genuinely a pilot episode. AK, it was done long before they actually greenlit the rest of the season. That's why the car looks different. I'm not sure whether the house looks different, but the car looks different. And that's why we left the episode on a cliffhanger that we never get to solve. Because they didn't know whether the show was going to get picked up. And that was just like a tease for what's to come, you know? And I guess that works. It definitely works enough to intrigue me, I guess. But yeah, not really much to say about this episode. In general, for the show, I actually have much less to say about than I thought I was going to. And because of that, I'm actually kind of glad that I've decided to react to it, because I definitely wouldn't have enough to say about it if it was me reviewing it. So I'm glad that I went for the reaction route. And it's kind of annoying that I have less to say about this than some other shows like Charmed, because that was the show that I originally was planning on reacting to first before this, but because that failed, now I'm going with a show that I don't really have much to say about. But yeah, I don't know. In terms of a rating for this one, I think I'm gonna stick with like an 8 out of 10, maybe a little bit high, but again, we're early on in the show. I'm willing to give it that. Or maybe, you know what, no, it's not gonna be an 8 out of 10 because I feel like that is too much, but I think I'm gonna go with a 7.8 out of 10. I feel like that is actually deserved. Because I liked aspects of it, I like the relationship, and I like that it was different from what we've had so far. But I gotta say, I do miss the horror stuff, so hopefully we're gonna get an episode soon in which we actually get another horror sequence, because we're surprisingly not really getting any. Outside of the first episode, I think it was. We're not really getting any of that. So, hopefully we'll get some. Yeah, what did you guys think about these 2 episodes? Comment your thoughts down below and let's have a discussion about it. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 1 patron on Patreon, Deadpool. Thank you for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me that you have decided to support me, you have continued to support me for such a long time. I hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. And now, before we end this video, I just want to talk about something to you guys very quickly, which some of you may or may have not noticed before or know about me, that being the fact that I am trans. And yes, this may come as shocking to some of you because I don't really flaunt it that much on my channel, or at least I feel like I don't. Outside of like my K-pop reactions, which is where I feel like the most comfortable being myself like this. And yeah, I am in fact trans. I'm not necessarily full-on male to female, but I heavily want to transition to being pretty female. I do consider myself more non-binary though, or maybe gender fluid would be the best descriptor as well, because I do have occasional moments where I feel fine being like just a normal guy, but most of the time, like right now, I do feel very dysphoric. And that's why I'm asking you guys for any help that you can give me, because my situation right now, I don't really see any way outside of you guys' help. Because, and this is gonna be kept short and concise, I live with my parents. They're never going to accept me as a trans person. They just never will. And as a matter of fact, back when I started the YouTube channel, I was actually kind of slightly starting my transition back then, with like starting to grow out my hair. I even got to DIY HRT, but because my parents started noticing certain things, like my behavior had changed a lot and my clothes had changed a lot, I kind of had to stop doing that, because they were constantly nagging me about cutting my hair and just started to kind of be threatening in a certain way, and felt like they were ashamed of me and everything. And that just kind of stress just tired me out to the point where I just gave up. But as dysphoria goes, it just doesn't go away, you know. I still feel like this, and in fact it's somewhat been intensifying again recently, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. And again, I would really appreciate any amount of support you can give me in regards to this, because I just don't see any way out of this. Because even if I moved out of my parents' house and got myself a job and everything, that's just not gonna work for long-term planning, because once I transition, it's like I probably will not be able to get myself a job, because my country is very transphobic. Nobody gives a shit about LGBT people at all. So there's not even much I can do even in terms of transitioning here. So yeah, I don't know. I just would appreciate any amount of support you can give me, be it monetarily or in any way otherwise. And this is not about boosting my channel or anything, or guilt tripping you with my sob story. I just wanted to get this off my chest and make my subscribers aware of the situation that I am in, and that I would appreciate anything that you guys can help me out with. It would mean literally everything. Like, for example, a friend that I made after starting this YouTube channel, my good friend Yuri, has been helping me out a lot. And I genuinely might have not been here if it wasn't for him showing up and befriending me. So yeah, this just went a little bit longer than I intended, but I would just really appreciate anything you can support me with. That's kind of ultimately what I'm trying to say. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the links in the description to my Twitter if you don't follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think this is pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!